Greetings, Earthlings.
Warning: the following program contains strong black first opinions about mature and strong subject matter that affects black America and the diaspora as a whole. Listen at your own risk, you sissy.
Grand Rising All. You are listening to the one and only Be One or None. Good morning from Africatown, Los Angeles.
Grand Rising, everyone. And we are in the house. I know it's been a long time, and we were waiting for the rest of the crew to get here, but I guess they're not. So we're going to touch on one moment. I was out by myself, but now it seems like a crowd is coming. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Oh,
you,
Yes,
but
I can hear
it
you.
seems far away. But okay, it might just be
Yeah.
me. It may be my
No, it,
earpiece.
it,
My
it, it
earpiece.
it might be I'm out and about, and then I was at a quiet spot, and now there's a bunch of kids here. But But we're going to be talking about like the Democrats are on it again. They just won't give up. Like they already, and shout out to the chat and everybody that's tuning in. They already don't care about giving us reparations. We've been begging for reparations, and I'm literally begging. We deserve reparations. We've done things, our ancestors. I was just at a funeral with my grandparents' land from the 1800s. And, we've been here as Black people in America, and I do consider myself a FBA foundational Black American because that's the only lineage that we have that we can connect to, that connects us to the soil here in America that our grandparents, you know, toiled. Our ancestors here in America built the machinery that everybody uses, picked the cotton that everybody uses, picked the peanuts, etc., etc. And we still haven't even gotten our own Black people who are in Congress, who are in governmental seats. People like Karen Bass, who's the mayor of, isn't she the mayor of LA? Black people, they get in office and they're still not giving us any reparations. We only get a study for reparations, but they go out their way to throw cash and money at immigrants who left and like they say, flee their country instead of fighting for civil rights, instead of bleeding on their land and making a way where we both as people can come back and forth. But they are not doing anything but coming over here, taking what we built, and it'll be okay if we got ours first. You cannot let somebody else in your house and feed someone else's children before you feed your own. What do y'all have to say about that? My bad. We may stop that.
Yeah, my
Well,
fault.
she
Yeah, I'm back now.
well first off, she's black looking, and I don't know, her heritage is questionable on that one.
By
But it's
Karen
always
Bass.
like a black looking
Yes,
person, yeah, that they put out in front of us, and they do everything for everybody else but us. So that's
exactly.
basically on code. So that's my little take on that. They're on
Yeah.
code with it. Don't do anything for black Americans.
Exactly. Do nothing for us. Do everything for everybody else. And it's sad now that my understanding is that they're in LA, they're going out their way just like the Chicago mayor to make sure that they making it like everybody's against Donald Trump. Donald Trump has nothing to do with us not getting reparations. Donald Trump has nothing to do with this shit that's been going on for forever. But Karen Bass, where her supposed to be black self, is out here raising funds to give immigrants another card where they can have money. And this time they claim it's not coming from governmental money, but they raise so many millions of dollars to give immigrants more money on these cards again. But they do nothing for the people here in this land. It's like everybody has gotten used to looking over black people, and it seems like we have taken a black back seat and allowed them to look over our work, our children, and us. They let the small percentage of black people who are so-called hood and ghetto represent each and every one of us that been working for years. Kathy, Mind Games, haven't y'all been working at your jobs for years? Have we not been putting in blood, sweat, and tears for years at
Yep,
these corporations?
sure have. Since I
I
was
mean,
16.
yeah, I've been working since I've been 16. We worked at these corporations, but then they walk around and let these immigrants come in and act like we're lazy. Yeah, we are the Generation X. We made our kids lazy because we worked so hard and we knew how hard it was. And we wanted to give our kids something we never had, a peace of mind, things, food and vacations, things that we weren't able to do. And we made our children small, spoiled. So it's a generation of spoiled kids, but it doesn't mean all of them are spoiled and all of them are not criminals. But yet these people are coming from their country, well-known criminals, getting you. We don't know if they paid their bills in their country because they don't get credit checks like us. But yet when they come over here and our Democratic Party is going out their way to pour money where they even found donors to raise private funds to give them more money. Is that not a slap in the face? Uh-oh, D Mays dropped out again. There you go,
Yeah, my my, my,
Bernadette.
my, my, my I'm not looking in the comments. I ain't gonna do that no more. I'm just gonna stay in the
My
room.
bad.
Cause I'm used to being in the studio, but y'all know my studio I burned down. So yeah, I mean
Man,
yeah,
I know.
they just keep doing. I blame the black baby boomers. I blame the black Democrats, the liberals, people like Jasmine Crockett, all them black liberals in California. They the problem. Once all the baby boomers gone, we'll be all right. But like right now, we got to deal with it. And like you say, Karen Bass, I don't really. I'm like what Kathy said. Really don't know her background. I don't know who she. Like I don't know if she's a so-called
Look
tether.
at the
They say.
comments. Somebody said that Karen
Yeah,
Bass is Hispanic, and a lot of people
I
don't know
heard
that.
that
That's
before.
because, and a
I
lot
heard
of
that
people
before.
don't understand. That's why they blend in. This is why Tyreek Nasheed, and I'm not agreeing with everything, but this is why he gave us the FBA a way to give us lineage to attach us to this land because there's a lot of people that come from other countries and they want us to be this kumbaya that everybody black is black from America and they not. Everybody white don't consider themselves from America. They proud to
Yeah.
be a Ukrainian. They're proud to be a Irish. And why should we?
Facts.
And they don't come. The Irish don't come over here and claim they need stuff. Jews, predominantly white Jews, own everything, and they separate themselves from the poor whites and stuff. So why are we lumped in with black people who look like us, but they're not from us? Their ancestors did not suffer like us. They have free
Exactly.
land and they have black leaders and they walk away and then they talk about us. Their lands are more corrupt because they have black leaders, but they come over here and piggyback off of the struggles that we did only because they have the same skin color. And then the Hispanics, they always want to say, oh well, we're black too. Well, when are we gonna see you fight for black people who the ones that paved the way for minorities? It's a
Exactly. And I say, I'm just music. My body's loud. Like you said, um, I, like I said, what they call it, a tethering to us. I don't know what it is about black people. For some reason, I don't know why black Americans think anybody that look black got any melanin is just like us. We find out now that they're not. You know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing a lot of on TikTok now and stuff like that. A lot of them coming out saying, "Yeah, we had slaves too." I said, "Yeah, but it was different." You know what I'm saying? We respect y'all culture, respect our cultures. Karen Bassett in California is they're worried about leaving California pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty much a cesspool of all kind of crazy stuff going on. You know, the LGBTQ running rampant. Newsom, I don't know if he's gonna be the candidate for them or not. You know, he's trying to run for president. But yeah, Cali crazy. They know they can. That's about the only place they can pass it that is in California. They can't pass it nowhere. They ain't gonna, even though Atlanta's a Democratic city, it's not gonna fly in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Because Black Americans ain't gonna go for it. I land my plane.
And then the sad part about it is that they want black people to identify with everybody but the black people who ancestors built this land that everybody is coming to make money. And they're making money off of our backs, keeping us as the lower class, the American black people, the FBAs, and then turning around, sending their money to their country and building their country right under our noses, and then sitting around frowning at us and come over here, the ones that are supposed to be so-called black and been in slavery and stuff, that had nothing to do with this land. But they treat us just as bad as the white racist people over here treat us. And they don't come over here and build with us. They don't come to our neighborhoods to help enriching us. They come and take every resource. This is why everything has changed for us. Our cities don't look the same. And we were not violent people unaliving each other in the 70s. And California itself is trying to separate to be their own country. And why? Because they are separating themselves. They want to drive out the black people. How many times are we going to have a trail of tears? You know, the Trail of Tears. We always, the Great Migration. We're always leaving our places of land and being re-identified. We went from Indians to black Americans to to black to Negroes, black Americans. Now we consider ourselves FBA because FBA, foundational black Americans, tie us to here. We cannot go to Jamaica and say, hey, our family was slave. When we going to get some of this money from reparations for the sugarcane? Why are they not fighting for it? Why any other black countries that claim they had slavery, why are they not fighting for rights in their country so that we can come over there and get jobs? How come they don't give us the freedom to leave America and come over there? And I'm not talking about Ghana and all them places, because Ghana's selling their shorelines to China. Africa is selling everything out. Everything that black people are fighting for in America, they have in other countries. They have black presidents. They have black leaders. They're black, but they're corrupt. And they want us, Grand Rising, everyone in the chat, and they want us to sit back because we don't pave the way, and they don't ran from death. They don't ran from bloodshed, and they want to come over here and walk on the graves of our people, and then tell us that we all the same because we look the same. That's a joke that they don't. That's
If,
a joke they don't play with us to
if
include
they get shout
everybody.
out, if we gonna shout out Judas Mahama and Torre because they are doing what they supposed to be doing over, Africa, kicking them people out of control, getting the corruption out of their country. So we can get them they shout out. But you're right about the rest of them though. They let them include the politicians. Can y'all hear me? Hello.
Yeah, we can
You
hear
Yeah,
got
you
me?
we can hear
fine.
you.
Oh yeah, and they let them recruit the politicians. They get rid of recruit the politicians. Politicians like we need to be doing the same thing with our politicians, the Al Sharptons and the the other the Jasmine, Crockers and all them people like that, and all them old fossils that's still in power. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you're right. I mean, and I don't know how. Like I said, as long as you got those black liberals and them just and them Al Sharpton and people like that around, it's gonna be kind of hard to fight that fight because they're the ones still kind of like got the ear of the old people, pretty much the ones who still living. I'll let my play.
And I'm gonna say this, like I said before. Trump was here because, like I said before, it took the white man to pull down the veil. The veil had to be lifted. And it wasn't going to be lifted with Kamala and nobody else. Because as long as they got us kumbaya and stuff, we were okay. We were okay getting pieces of the crumbs that's falling from the table. See, the immigrants, they're getting the crumbs. We're getting the pieces of the crumbs, and everybody was okay. But when Trump came and shook everything up, black people are mad like, oh, he cutting food stamps. Oh, he's he's basically removing statues. He's getting rid. That stuff ain't making us money. We need to be independent. We need more than food stamps. We need lineage. We need land. In order to get land, you're going to have to get up off your behind and get a real job or get some type of income coming in and stop being comfortable with the master's crumbs and start building something. It's going to force y'all to have to get out and get more than what's given. And it took Trump to pull this mess that he's pulling so that you could see where the money has been going. So you could see that the Democrats ain't been caring for us. The Democrats nor the Republicans, they're the same bird. The Republicans
Facts.
just don't care about nothing but making money. They're trying to make generational wealth so everybody could be a slave. But the Democrats, they want the black vote. Why they making everybody else rich? They want us to stay the slaves. They both want us to be slaves. But the thing is, the Democrats have tricked us to support them. We don't need to support Nan one. Now is the time for us to see that Nan one of them was for us, and for us to see that it's time for us to start getting together and creating our own party and sticking together. That's right. Build businesses. You can't build businesses if you don't know how to use an LLC. You can't build businesses if you're comfortable getting food stamps and Section 8 every month. I'm not saying it. We've been struggling so long that we don't understand that missing an extra $100 or $200 that the government is giving us. My daughter, and she's a prime example, was on Section 8. Then she did the Hope program that they supposed to have in Atlanta, where she bought her own house. Her credit score was high. She didn't even know it. She was trying out something because she wanted to get land. And then it went from there where she got to the Hope program. They act like they didn't know how to transfer the Section 8 to help her pay her mortgage like the program's supposed to be. So either which way, she had to look at it and reevaluate. Like my job and all what they cutting, I might as well get a second job, and because I can make more than the $800 that they giving me a month. I can just go ahead and get me a second job and do this, and that with it. And now when I got my second job, I ain't got to worry about Uncle Sam and all this other stuff that they do with us. See, we don't think that way. We want to be, we want
Smart.
we don't think that way. They giving out at home jobs left and right. We need to be doing these at home jobs and these other jobs, these building LLCs. We need to start taking back the jobs that the Latinos and all these Hispanics done took from us, cutting lawn service jobs, construction jobs. Don't you know construction ain't just building a house? You could do power washing, you can do driveways. My cousin, a lot of my older cousins and uncles are dead, but they used to, I remember them doing jobs, leaving out of Florida. They'll lay the concrete for a driveway, putting in windows, cleaning the house, doing painting. Those are jobs that we can't be comfortable like the white man. The thing about the white man, we want what he want. The white man want to be the laziest people on earth while everybody works for them. We have never been lazy
Exactly.
people.
Exactly. You're right about that about the job. Like when Trump talk
Start
about black
making
job,
start making these jobs that we do into businesses. And you will make more than what they giving you, and then we need to learn budgeting. If you know how to cook, open up a truck or be a chef or do private plates. We know how to hustle, black people. Stop
and I want
crying
to say
for the
this
little.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And I want to say this too. I've been listening. I be listening to a lot of these white channels too, because you got to listen to everybody else too, outside our people, and because this was going on right there. They doing a lot of hiring, a lot of skill set jobs, plumbers, electricians,
Yup.
welders. They need so many welders. They need like 100,000 welders, and
Thank
everybody
you.
thinking, you know, saying we need to get our kids into it. I've been talking to kids we've been mentoring in our youth program, and a lot of them are listening. I'm like, look, get your skill set, get your trade, have a plan A, B, and C's. Stop trying to be a ball player and a rapper. Cause one of the
Thank
kids,
you.
he think he gonna be the next LeBron James. I said no. Even the other kids like, nah, you need to have a plan B and C. Don't
I
be
just
relying
told
on
my
time.
grandkids that. I
Yeah,
need to
no.
bring them to you,
Great job.
Sage, because they up there in Atlanta. They in Covington, and I just told them because my husband, he went in there in my daughter's house and she wanted her toilets re-put in, and he was telling my grandson, "Come on with me so you can learn how to put these toilets in." And they looking. I said, "If you don't get your butt up and learn," I said, "Don't you know the stuff that y'all doing is learning?" I said, "Do you know how
Exactly.
much they charge to put a toilet in?" I said, "Everything we
Exactly.
teaching you." My granddaughter came to work with me with cleaning. I said, "Don't you know we done got like white people laughing at stuff long as because you ain't got no suit on sitting in no office being lazy. These are skills that you could use." I said, "Don't you know that you can make that out of a side hustle? You like $100 shoes, you like this, learn to put in a toilet and then advertise that you know how to do it. Learn to put in a faucet. Then you can advertise. It's certain stuff you don't need a plumber's license for." But then I was
Exactly.
telling them that you need to go, and it's so many different ways that you can make money. But they done taught us to make money through going to work at somebody's job. Why that job don't know nothing but to collect your money in your time and then don't want to pay you. We accept that the federal government has not updated the minimum wage. Minimum wages, I don't care what they paying you.
Yeah.
The federal government minimum wage is still at $7 an hour.
Yep. 725. Yep. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. Let
Yeah.
you know what they think about the average American. That is crazy. And it's up to you. You control your own destiny. You can't wait for these people to
525.
do that. You control your own destiny. You know what I'm saying? You just can't wait for them. 'Cause when
Yeah.
everything fall apart, a lot of people ain't gonna be prepared for it. You know, they're not gonna. They so
Exactly.
used to getting it, working for people. Ain't nothing wrong. You got to work a job, but the thing is, you need to have a plan B and
Yes.
C.
If you got a good
Come,
job, it's fine. But bump these McDonald's and stuff unless it's just getting you on your feet. We need to start showing. And then those that are techies, I got black people that know computers, start teaching these
Yeah,
kids early.
exactly.
Let's start looking at what they doing. Let's look at what they kids is doing. They kids learning to shoot guns. Our kids is shooting each other. They kids learning how
Exactly.
to use military tactics with shooting guns and stuff. And they kids learning coding and building. We can be open. They doing AI now. They keep jumping over us because we keep thinking that the ideal job is to be over somebody and then teaching them and basically
Yep. You see that? Uh, y'all still there? Check the one out.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Queen went out, I
Yeah.
guess.
She was cooking, but yeah, like I say, like but going back to
And
the topic,
electrical trade. Electrical trade
exactly.
too. We could throw that one in there too. We're
If
trying
they're
to
gonna
get, we
need,
got one nephew in, trying to get the other nephew in.
they good because they're gonna need somebody that work them charging stations for them EV cars. They better start building electric highways. They need people. They're gonna be hired thousands, 100,000 of people for that. They're gonna take a long time to put them run the wires up on the highways. You know what I'm saying? To keep them cars charged. They're doing it sweet. I've been trying to tell our people. Somebody had a car wreck. But yeah, been telling my people that forever. You know what I'm saying? To you know, they need to get into that because they're gonna be a lot of jobs. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so we gotta stay ahead of the curve, y'all. We gotta stay ahead of the curve. But Katie, share there? Yeah,
Yes, I'm still
yeah.
here.
So you in Cali? You from Cali? What's the vibe out there?
Yes.
Like your people that's out there? What they said about carrying bags and stuff? Yeah, like you still talk like any family members out there?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I was born and raised in LA, but I'm out of Vegas now.
Okay,
So
you got
I
the family
don't
still?
know. But
You said
I
you got
don't
the
think
family
they're
still?
I don't think they're too happy. Yeah, I still have
Yeah.
family out there, but they
Okay.
don't they different.
Say different.
They're different.
They come
So
from
you
another
know what
cloth,
that
huh?
means.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because I was talking to one of my cousin about it, and she was arguing me down about the immigrants coming over here
hello,
because she knows somebody that's
hello,
being
hello.
affected.
Yeah. We
Hey,
hear. Yeah.
Queen.
We hear you.
Can
Yeah.
y'all hear
But
me?
we hear you. Yeah. Yeah. We hear you.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
go
but, but
ahead.
we were talking about. But Kat, yeah. You keep going, Kat. You said what now, Kat?
Oh yeah. I was just saying that, she was arguing me down about the one person, but that person has been here for years but never got citizenship. And I'm like, you mean 30 years you've been here and you
Exactly.
don't have citizenship?
Yeah,
It makes no sense.
because
And
they've
I don't
been
So
feel so.
comfortable. They've been
Yeah.
comfortable getting our jobs, and the white people been helping them, giving them a leg up. They getting businesses. When they get their houses, they ain't gotta call plumbers and stuff, and carpenters. They call each other. HVAC. Our kids need to know the basic skills. Every day that we
right,
live, we need to stop understanding that we are not the white man. We are not trying to make somebody our slave. We can build a
Exactly.
family compound and we can learn skills and we can do that. How you think Black Wall Street was built? Black Wall
Exactly.
Street was built because we work together. They have taught
And
us
I
to stop working together and they've tricked us to believe that we're all working together and to cheer somebody who looks like us for making it when the person who looks like us is not from where we from, is not building to help our family. When you look at a Hispanic person, them and their family live together, they work
yeah.
together, they all live in the areas, they driving nice trucks and they all eat their ethnic foods. We
Yeah.
running around here like we European. They keep
Yeah.
their language and everything. Like I
Yeah.
was saying before, we got to teach our kids how to do plumbing, how to do the basic skills, and you can make money off of it. Because everybody, one thing AI cannot replace is installing a toilet,
Yeah.
HVAC, unless they buying a whole new system. The everyday
Yeah.
skills changing a tire. It's a lot of stuff that these computers can't replace. But then those that are computer savvy, we need to get our kids into it. So I like
Exactly.
what you're doing, D Mays, because I wanted I told you I wanted a nonprofit to work with you, and my
Yeah.
vision is, and I don't care about telling the vision because everybody needs to do it. In your local area, start a LLC and start a nonprofit or a LLC and get with some businesses where you could get these kids and then team up with some of these HVAC companies, air conditioning, painting, plumbing companies, apprentice, just like black women. We do the damn thing. We don't realize it. You doing hair, that's a skill.
Yeah.
That is a skill. Now white people done started doing hair and doing braids, learning from us, and
Well,
don't give us no credit.
well, they doing braids now. Oh man, God dang.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Somebody said
And
our
cutting
people need
hair.
to, yes, cutting
Cutting hair
hair.
like
That's the
a
grooming.
me.
That's grooming because you always want to be groomed. Nails. Why do we keep going to the Chinese people? Because we think we too good to touch each other's feet.
Yeah,
We think we too
exactly.
good to do certain stuff. We are not, And then we look at what we do, making clothing. We think we supposed to wear another white man label when we can be doing our own designer labels and stuff. We too good to wear
My
each other
mom
because they
used
done taught
to.
us to compete.
Yeah,
The
good luck with
everyday
that one.
thing,
Exactly. Yeah, we
like
She
good
was
luck with that
so.
one with the brand.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then every day you need gas. We need tires changed. We
yeah,
need oil change, tune ups. We need like
You know that
it's so
that
much.
black lady came up with that idea. Squeeze. She came up with the idea of mobile gas, taking
Hmm.
gas to you. She's out of North Carolina. Black
Yes.
woman came up with
And
that
then when we
idea,
get
and
these
she's
businesses,
doing it.
don't notice that you don't have to rip nobody off just to be rich. Stop trying to catch up to a white man or a white woman's lifestyle and just understand that you could build money, invest that money, learn to invest it and stuff, and then give reasonable prices. I learned in business a long time ago, I could sell a plate for $10 and get thousands of people than to sell $100 plates and get 500 people. You see what I'm saying? We ain't
that's
gotta do that. We gotta stop the mentality. They done taught us these bad habits that doesn't build unity.
yeah, exactly. Get
So
back to
we need to
trusting
think about that.
barter
Yeah.
system first, then you can do business with each other. And no, all
And
black people are not going to come together. So
but
and
these
Umar Johnson, yeah, yeah, I will say
yeah, these
Umar.
immigrants, go ahead. Umar, what?
I was saying he just still preaching the Pan African thing. Like, dude, it's not
Yeah.
even. I don't know what you like. And he almost so much of a joke now. I mean, he got the knowledge, but when it comes to school, the school stuff, you know what I'm saying? People don't even take us serious, man, because you got him running around with a school you know had for 50 years. And I said, dude,
That
by the
every
time,
child can benefit from. He would better off just
exactly,
doing an online school with all that money and then letting us and then going live and using Zoom and let all our kids get the knowledge and education. You could did an
exactly.
online school. Like you educated, but don't you know they went online during COVID? People getting high
Yep,
school diplomas in education online now.
yep, sure, yep. Like I say, because it's STEM, you got STEM now. With my
Yes.
daughter's in, them black kids need to learn to STEM. You gonna be a top
And
house,
we
and
need to
you got doing Harriet Tubman classroom.
Yeah. It's that old fashioned. D Mays dropped out. I think he out. It's that old fashioned way of building stuff. We need to get without the old fashioned way and get in the new way. That old fashioned way taught us to separate. We need to build together. These immigrants, we got these immigrants coming over getting congressional seats, getting mayor seats and everything, and they leaving us behind when they can. Karen Bass
Mhm.
is got a whole group
They
of people
learn
who's
from
willing to
us.
put in millions of dollars just so that we can they can give each other something. But yet they look at us and then the way we act black people, we need to start calling each other out. That ghetto behavior is making us look bad.
Exactly. So what are
Exactly.
so any black people pushing back out there in California on Karen Bass? Like any of the black, like 'cause, they need a California go red like in Chicago. Cause them people in
Yeah.
Chicago get
It's not
called black
even
people in
go
Chicago.
red because when we seen with Trump, then when you go red, they still ain't doing nothing for us. We just need to
Yeah,
show
that's
them
true.
that we not going to support nan one of them. If we show
Yeah,
them that they not going to nan one of our votes instead of seesawing us, then they're going to
yeah,
start having to start talking. Because the next presidential election, we really need to show them you, the Democrats, and you, the Republicans, nan one of y'all ain't getting nothing from us. We
yeah.
got
Like
to
Dr.
really
Clyde Elson
turn our
said.
backs on them.
Yeah, they them Dr. Clyde Elson said. create a party, but you don't really have to spend money. You just need to hold your vote and only vote for the ones in your best interest.
Exactly.
We don't have
Because
to go
they have
spend
let us,
fees. Yeah.
they
Mhm.
both have let us down. You
Exactly.
need to be
So
making calls.
the way to do it. That's the easy way of doing it. Just get black people to like. But see, the thing is, you gonna have them other black people who still Democrat. See, y'all don't want to mess us up with Kamala Harris. We don't care about that. It's a new day.
See,
This is
yeah,
it.
her family got in India answering our customer service calls. Like I said on my video,
exactly.
I'm tired of doing business with America, and then I call for customer
Boy,
service,
what?
and I gotta struggle
I,
through talking because they don't speak
it,
English. What kind of disrespect is
exactly.
that?
And that's for other Democrat, majority, because you got some Republicans that hire immigrants too, but it's majority Democrats. And like you say, that's crazy. I'm trying. I need to be talking to a person that speak English. And they get upset because you can't understand what they're saying. That's crazy. But like you said, yeah, man, we just gotta vote in our best interest. Have a real independent party. Pretty much, we vote in our best interest. We don't have pledge our allegiance to nobody. And I know black folk get upset. Who gives a damn? Like, y'all need to get out your feelings. The old ways didn't work. You know what I'm saying? And hashtag let Rome fall.
Exactly. And I want to say this. I know we said the Epstein logs. We'll get into that on the next show because our whole group is not here. But I know that it's BS. This is just showing you how another group of people stick together,
Yep.
the rich group who
Yeah.
molested children, and they sticking
Yep.
together to hide it. But my understanding, I seen Rizza Islam talk about the logs and the flight logs. Now you know that Trump done said that there was no list, which he's lying because we see that I told my daughter Epstein probably sitting somewhere um all booed up in another identity like Face Off. They don't make the movies for nothing. Probably got another facelift because ain't no way you got billions of dollars and whatever you did it good. And all these
Yeah.
pedophiles ain't gonna be satisfied. I mean, ain't walking around not lusting after little girls and little boys no more. So they done moved
And
the establishment. They probably, I don't believe he's gone. That's my opinion. But yet, I believe there was a list that he was using, or either if he is gone, they're making sure y'all can
come
hear him.
here,
They
flag
making
up.
sure that
Come up there.
none of the rich billionaires do get their names out there because they don't want
Oh
us
yeah.
to know anything. Because if they know anything, they never going to jail because the same people who are sitting in Congress, and I'm gonna say hashtag blame Congress. Because
Yeah.
Congress is not Trump. Trump gonna be with us another 3 years, and next
Yeah.
thing you know, the same people in Congress are gonna be sitting there. So we need to
Exactly.
stop playing this game and
Yeah.
and understand that these rich billionaires are going to keep human trafficking going because nobody is calling them out. And long as they got people working in their corporations like McDonald's, Burger King, Whole Foods, and stuff like that, they'll continue to be rich. I'm not saying that those companies are involved in anything illegal, but I'm using the example of how corporations are getting rich. We're working every day, and then we're being shut out of getting people in office that really look out for the people. And I land my plane.
Exactly. And then I want to say this too. I know we're gonna talk about this, but I want to throw this out about Epstein's girlfriend, the Ghislaine Maxwell. A lot of people don't know her, but like, man, why she still walking around here? Why nobody didn't until her father, her father is in the Mossad. Anybody know who the Mossad is? They're basically the Israeli version of the CIA, if not worse than the CIA. And he's a high up. He's very high up in it. So he probably gave them, okay, don't touch my daughter. Y'all can lock her up. Y'all can act like y'all locking her up, whatever. But you can't touch her. You know what I'm saying? Because and then what I'm saying, if FT is gone, it's because the Mossad probably wanted it done. You know what I'm saying? Remember, he is a Jew. But the Mossad they tied in heavy. Them guys took down blew up a whole building in the 80s just to get one person killed. Women, children, just that's the type of level they on. So these folks they ruthless and they're never gonna get a law. They're never gonna get no nothing out on nobody. Trump, he talk big and bad, but he know who not to talk about. I mean, he know who not to touch, who not to go out there. Don't get it twisted. Man ain't crazy. You know what I'm saying? He know the deal. He know who his masters is. I let my plane. Y'all still there? Hello?
I'm still here. I
Yeah.
hear you.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, but like I said, he know who his masters are. So he's not gonna. He'll talk the big stuff so long, but at the end of the day, they say, "All right, slow it down." You say you're gonna go out, go out to the files. Just tell them they don't exist. Because these regular people, they love conspiracy theories. There might be some truth to it, but they'll never know. Like I said, the people who make the rules and the laws, they don't follow them themselves, and they don't give a damn because they know you can't do that. And that's why we need to stop complaining about certain stuff because we can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I have these people play golf together. Trump played golf with damn Bill Clinton and Biden when he was, when he knew what the hell was going on in the world. But yeah, they know
I
what's
think
up.
him
Like I
and
said,
Epstein, buddy. He was buddy
yeah, yeah,
buddy.
yeah, but yeah, shoot, done. Like I said, he played with with a whole bunch of people and stuff. So yeah. He moved Bill Clinton visited the island like 20 something times. That was what the landscaper said. You ain't gonna forget a face. They said he got a picture of him with a dress on over the fireplace. Allegedly, that's what he
Oh
said.
yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
so
that
I
picture too. It's
yeah,
questionable.
and like you said, the landscaper, the groundkeeper, they had no reason to lie. The man said he know for a fact he came 20 something time on that island on occasion. So yeah, this man got a history anyway. So we'll leave that there. So I guess
Yeah.
the ten to go. She's still there. She's still in the room. I guess she's a bad spot. But yeah, like I said, as far as the thing going back to the topic, I think that I'm gonna say this too for the so here in Atlanta, MARTA, that's our transit line, bus train line stuff.
Right.
The CEO of MARTA, he had to step down because he was an immigrant, which he was glad to get a lot of gang and waiting to get his citizenship. But him and his family had to leave because step down. And I'm pretty sure they got making probably 150 to $200,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? He was the CEO. Probably, I'm sure what I'm talking about. He probably making like $1 million a year. But it don't matter if he go back home. He got money. You know what I'm saying? So
Wow. And speaking of like jobs and stuff, I didn't know that
yeah.
UPS they make six figures. I don't know if you knew that, but they
UPS, yeah,
make
yeah, yeah.
yeah, they make really good money. I'm like,
Yeah,
wow.
I know some guys drive the truck. Yeah,
Can y'all hear
yeah.
me? I am so sorry. Can y'all hear
Yeah,
me?
you good? Yeah, we hear you. Yeah, we hear
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Yes. But I was saying, yeah, like we gotta stop believing everything these billionaires tell us, and we gotta start looking out for ourselves because the immigrants have left us behind. These billionaires have left us behind. The Democratic Party has left us behind. The Republican Party has left us behind.
Yep.
ADOS has left us behind because ADOS has been around for a while. None of these people are there for us.
Yeah, that's facts. Facts. Yeah. Yeah, they time came and went. Yeah.
Everybody gets a little bit of fame. They get paid to go speak in front of us. They do all kinds of stuff. When they get a little bit of money in their pocket, they can keep prolonging it because a lot of these black leaders want to be the next. They want to be the next famous person. They're not trying to get us out of this slump.
Jasmine Crockett. Yeah,
Exactly.
she tripped me out. She lost that seat. She was running for something. She lost. And then and the crazy part about this girl went to private school. I hate you to tell a black person who never been from the street. Stop trying to pop your neck and act a certain way and change your face expression. You know damn well she come from a good family. And she went to private school. She had a good life. She one of Jack and Jill kids, probably. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
you try to just pop your neck and think that some black woman gonna relate to you because you're a black woman. Your dog skin. I mean, she's a cute, she's a beautiful woman. But my thing is like, but you up here let you made the Democrats make you look ugly because cause they using you and they know that you're not gonna
Yeah,
go
they
no further
using
once
her like they use the immigrants to replace us. They use
yeah,
real black people to usher in immigrants to replace the real black people. And then when they up there, we think, oh, they black, they for us. This is why they won't fight for us because they don't understand the black American struggle.
exactly. Exactly.
They
Yep,
come
that's
over here
facts.
and they get benefits and they like, well, why y'all ain't did this? Why y'all ain't did that? They don't acknowledge the struggles we went through. They don't acknowledge that we did rebuild after slavery, but it was tore down by the same people who hate us. They don't acknowledge everything, all our accomplishments. They don't acknowledge that we paved the way for them to come here and it was destroyed and taken from them. They'll help each other, but they won't. They'll look at us like we're trash on the side of the street.
Yep. Yep,
So
that's facts.
if we don't do nothing for us, nobody else is going to do nothing for us. Nobody is coming to save us.
Yep,
And it's not even
Alnomics.
Jesus, because obviously Jesus has been letting it go on, and I'm not trying to wait to die to get nothing in heaven. Ain't nobody else waiting.
All facts. Okay. Yep,
But
I agree.
we're gonna jump up out of here. We just wanted to touch on some things, and we'll be back next week, either Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh yeah,
I
no
got
doubt.
some.
Good.
Okay, do y'all
Okay.
want to end it? Do y'all want to say anything before we get up out of here?
Yeah, I'm just saying black people don't get caught up in the politics. It's a new day, and then keep your community clean. Black people, keep your community clean. So they won't come in there and gentrify. You can't say that when they come in with the young cameras because you're not keeping your community clean. Yeah, it's a lot. We'll talk about that one another. All right, out.
Okay, peace.
Peace.